Hello, Strokes here again. This week, big news, right? With the suspension of Triple Dark Raid and Django, it has changed, probably will change the meta quite a bit, but also changed the build of certain decks. So I've been playing Boba Fett, Yellow, off and on. Um, I didn't have like a super great win rate with it. I was somewhere around like 55-60%. Even like with Triple Dark Raid, I think like Django was just kind of like the better deck. And I was having a bit more luck with stuff like P8 Yellow personally, maybe just fits my playstyle a little bit. But I wanted to return to the list just because I know Triple Dark Raid. What do you do, right? Here's like the current list that I've been running last few days. I've kind of switched them out mainly for these Vaders. Now, I wasn't really running them before. I was kind of like afraid of Yellow, and still am a bit afraid of Yellow with like Waylays and Spare the Targets. But if you get him on something like a TIE Bomber, it dodges quite a lot of removal, right? It makes him into a 3/7, which means he does not die to Fell the Dragon, but is putting out 6 or 7 damage a turn because of his ping when it attacks. And also dodges stuff like Takedown, right? And those are like the main deck. I mean, most removal, right, until you get into like sideboarding and stuff like that. So unless you get into like black decks like Power of the Dark Side and Merciless Contest kind of builds and stuff like Hard Control, doesn't work out quite as well into, but upgrades in general just don't anyway. But dodges a lot of stuff like Anakin Blue and things like that. Now I've been waffling a little bit on these Force Chokes with the DJ ban. It's a little less scary, but I do like the damage based cards and removal, just because you're putting out so much with indirect damage that putting 5 on something, because you know, I mean, like you can just automatically get rid of something with 5 health and then like keep the indirect damage going, especially like with a Vader and a TIE Bomber or something, and someone plays like a high health ground unit, you can just like get rid of it really quick. Plus it's nice to answer Sabine flips, and it's nice to answer like Qi'ras. But I had tried out like No Good To Me Deads in there, but like I said, because of like all the damage on stuff, it's like you don't want to just be No Good To Me Deading something that has like 6 health, and they put all the damage on their units, and then right, kind of just like I don't know. The damage based stuff just seems a little cleaner. I know this is probably like necessary sideboarding into some matchups, but anyway, I was kind of going with that. Plus, I upped the sneak attack count because I think, especially without the triple dark rage, you are really like sometimes your wins come through sneak attacking out a devastator when you're on the 7 resource turn instead of trying to pull it out from your deck. So this is kind of like what I've been running here. We'll go into the matches here in a second. Alright, we're going into game 1 here against Obi Green. Had to reset some stuff. So we led with this here TIE Bomber, and I think we're just going to put Vader straight on that, see what we can do there. I'm going to be resourcing this Pride. Put him Pilot. This also dodges quite a bit of removal from blue players because turns into a 3/7, so no takedown and no Fell the Dragon. Okay, so here I think we're just gonna attack their base, and then we can deal damage to their A-wing there. Should put out quite a bit of damage. Not lose Obi to heal, which is fine. They can't kill our bomber in 1 hit anyway. Let's see. We do want to have like a ship out for the Boba deploy. Now, if they've got like any kind of anything, so I think like what we need to do first is just hit the base again, dealing a damage there. Just in case they had like some way of getting rid of it. This way we can like pile on this damage, right? Like we've already got them all the way up here. Gonna take down. We've got 6, so like we can drop IG. This is good for us because we can drop IG and then ping it to kill that. And they'll claim there. I don't know if we're gonna be. I think we can just like space them. Let's see, 5. We can do both surprise strike on this IG. Put them at 20. We can put out this missile platform, which leaves us on 6. We can fire spray plus no good to me dead there. The Boba deploy will also kill that Hu Yang, which keeps some of that damage off of us, but I'm not really sure that that's going to matter all that much, to be honest. So we can just attack there. We'll deploy straight onto there. So they don't have an answer for that. They're kind of out of luck because they're dead straight to that. Yeah, they're going to claim initiative, so I think they just lose straight because we just do this. So easy peasy there. I'm not sure. We can GG them. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm assuming they just like had no answer. If they had a Rivals Fall, they could Rivals Fall that. If they do that, then we yeah, it keeps like resetting me. But we've also like got a pretty good setup into the next few turns. I mean, they had 7 on base, but that was all from one turn. I'm like, they could deploy Obi-Wan. We know good to me dead Obi-Wan, which keeps it off for 2 turns. And with the fire spray, they're gonna have to start keeping a lot of that damage on them. Plus, if they don't answer the missile platform's really great because even if they like manage to defeat it, it'll still like deal the 3 damage, even on death. So they kind of get stuck between a rock and a hard place because even if they deal with it, it'll still take the 3. Like minimum, if you get in 1 hit, you're minimum 7 damage on their base from it. If you do, if it stays out for 2 turns, you're at 11, right? So really great card there. We'll go into the next match. Alright, we're against Outer Heaven here on Krennic ECL. Let's see. They have initiative, so Pride is going to be less good here unless we can like get it somehow. I don't think we'll mulligan though. We can try and arena dodge them. And especially because they'll probably have stuff like Death Troopers. So I think we're just going to try and go all space and hope that works out. I think we'll do TIE Bomber here instead of Silencer. I mean, there's an argument for the Silencer, but the Bomber will put out 4 instead of the 3, and we're just trying to do like the most damage, I guess, that we can. Now, this is the interesting, like, do we go with the soldiers here? I really think we probably do. Because they're probably going to put like all of this that they can onto Pershing, and that means that our Guerrilla Soldier should like get untapped and be able to kill Pershing. Well, hopefully they put this on the base, yeah, because then this should do it. Okay. This is frustrating. I mean, because this Scout Bike Pursuer, because all the damage on it will, I think we're going to have to do this anyway. But this is, I mean, like, kind of like, it's like tech that, like, specifically kind of does not really work out for us. Because now they've got a 5-4. Not something that you see quite so much anymore. Let's see here. So 4. So I think this bomber is probably the worst of these options. I've already been hit by this, so I think what we want to do here is just kill that. So they cannot draw. And they're going to have to start putting the damage on their base. So I should put them like in a... Oh man, Krennic comes out now though, which is the frustrating part. We'll attack though. Because then he'll start like restoring, and it's gonna be like really hard to come back. Like if we cannot get rid of him. They're gonna start trying to control us, though. Okay. Now, we can sneak attack this Ruthless Raider, which is a pretty good, if they put this damage on Krennic and they keep doing that, we really want to get him to put him up to, 5 so that we can Ruthless Raider him, which is what, ooh, they're thinking about it. Oh man, didn't get it. Okay. Okay. I think we do that anyway, though, because we can just Fett's Fire Spray next. Wow, the heal on that. Ooh, covert strength on Krennic. Interesting. Okay, but we'll here. This will like push out a fair bit of damage at the very least. Okay, so this Fett's Fire Spray will be nice. Assuming, I mean, just trying to think. I mean, like, if they don't attack us with Krennic first, we can deploy Boba, but they do that. So now, I mean, like, what can we do? We could deploy... Because if we attack with the bomber... I'm just trying to think about the ordering of actions here. We can deploy Boba on the bomber, kill the pursuer. We could also just put it on IG. And the fire spray is nice, but, I mean, we've already got... I think we want to really just put him out. And just get rid of this. Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh here. Because now, I mean, they're gonna have to start putting some of this bomber on there. We could also put Vader on the bomber. We could do Vader on the bomber plus the droid missile platform. But I don't know if that's like, probably not, because there's like 5. Like an ECL. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So I can give an experience token to something else. What's the most damage here, though? I think we kill it with IG, because that will still deal some overwhelm to the bait, and then we can like fire spray attack and get them to 21. And now they'll have to get rid of both of our units. So they would need like a super laser blast or something to try and reset. Because I think this is GG's here, because we can just hit with Boba and the IG 2000. Yep. Alright, we'll GG them there. Yeah, so, yeah, because of the 26. I mean, they kind of needed to stabilize. This, I mean, it's an interesting build with the covert strength on the Krennic, to kind of like buff him up, make him a little bit more resilient. He's already pretty resilient at a 3-7. Well, I mean like 3, because he gives himself the power bonus when he's damaged a little bit. So if you can like give him health and heal him up, interesting build. I mean, like, this is also, like I said, kind of interesting tech against our build, because they can just like put all the indirect damage like straight onto the pursuer and kind of like do their work for them. And then it becomes really important to be drawing into these IG 2000s, because you need to ping that last bit of damage off of a lot of them. But if you can draw into them, you're kind of set. But also like Vaders can do that too, and the Vaders are probably like a better way to do that, because they're repeatable, and plus you're damaging the base when you do that. But we'll go into the next game. Alright, up against Zaha Fail here. Probably similar to that Krennic we just faced. I think we won't mulligan. This is not the best hand, but it's okay. We want to keep one platform, probably. We want to go Silencer into Guerrilla Soldiers, into Fett's Fire Spray. And it's nice to keep a Daring Raid around. So I'm going to reset that other droid missile platform. I mean, I really love those, but I'm just not sure that they're going to fit what we're trying to do here. Okay, Pride is good. That would have been a better opener, but kind of out of luck here. We need to keep this Devastator, at least one of those around. Okay, Pride is good. That would have been a better opener, but kind of out of luck here. We need to keep this Devastator, at least one of those around. 1 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 Okay, then we'll gorilla. So unless I put it like all on Pershing, which is a possibility, we'll untap. So we're not going to get his draw. Okay, this is interesting. I mean, like, it's like whether we value the damage or, like, are we actually just going to run that? I don't think we're going to run that soldier into Pershing next. I mean, like, that's fine if they want to do that, I guess. Oh, no. Maybe we do this in case we have, like, a weird turn 5 where, I mean, like, we ought to keep both of these. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fire spray, which should deal 3 indirect to them, which will probably all be on their base, putting them at 10, I would think. Because we'll get another one from Boba trigger. And then he'll die. Draw. They don't have a board. The Qi'ra flip into an OB is kind of like what we've got to watch out for now. Let me see. What should we keep? We could do both an IG 2000 and a Daring Raid, which is alright, I suppose. So we'll attack here, which puts the... It's really hitting them for 7. Because of this. So I'm going to kind of like force the Qi'ra flip. And then like, let's see, if they do 2, that'd be 6. So 1, 2, so they can kill. Ugh, that's annoying. I guess we kind of like have to make them have it though. I really don't like it. But we can't kill her like with the Daring Raid, so we'll do it, I guess. She does have grit though, which is annoying, but we'll see. I guess they overwhelming barrage here. We fire spray them. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And then we'll just Daring Raid the base, I guess. Because at least this puts them like quite high. This is pretty good. Although, no, because I could have like got her with that. Okay. I think really here, because we'll go up to 6. The double fire spray is better because, I mean, like minimum, like they're gonna have to deal with this fire spray. If they deal with this one, there will be a second one coming right at them, and by that time we can devastate them for whatever is left. We can also deploy Boba onto the ground and hit them for 4 that way, should we need to do that. But they'll need to have an answer for this fire spray right now. I mean, that's one. Okay. I mean, is yeah. 2 powers, 2 barrages. Getting through all of the... I mean, like, I think we're going to have to... And they'll hit us here. Like, we'll make them do this again, because they really want to kill Boba here. Yeah. So we'll claim. And then we do another fire spray. So then we can, like, fire spray again. And we're just going to, like, keep making them have it. Good news is that okay, we'll claim here, that a Devastator deploy will at least get them to 23. So if we can draw into like another Devastator or something, we can potentially get them that way. I mean, at this point, yeah, so this is kind of what we're looking for. We got, I mean, like just how they had really good draws, we also have very good draws, because actually that's 5 to base because of Boba. So we'll do this, which puts them at 23, and then they should just... I don't know why it goes through like all those menus, but there we go. Even if they answer this last Devastator, it's they're done for anyway, because they'll die on play next turn. Let's see. Yeah, okay, they're just gonna scoop. Okay, we'll GG them there, even though they might have already left. Yeah, no outs for them, really. I mean, like, even if they have removal, they would need to be running stuff like top targets or clients or something to be able to like heal back or vigilance. I know, like, Sat 1, and Krennic can used to see like vigilances in some like lists, but yeah, not really a great way for them to come back from that, I don't think. We'll go into the next game. Alright, up here against Dr. Cadillac. There have been better opening hands, but this is okay. Can go Silencer into Boba Unit into that, and then what are we resourcing here, though? I think we'll resource the Star Hopper and the Sneak Attack. Okay. A little slow. Don't want to like misclick. Okay, so they're leading with Elite. Pretty good opener, as we know. General Pride is good here if we can ever get the initiative. Now, I'm not sure that we ever will. I'm going to resource that Boba. I don't know if we want to be trying to anything down there. Especially because he can knock the shield off of Elite. Okay. Plus, his indirect damage will allow us to like actually start using Boba's ability. If we let them keep like all this stuff on the board, though, it's going to be like a little tenuous for us. Pride's like rough into them too because of stuff like the liberated slaves. Because they're just going to kill it. So I really don't want to play that. Yeah. But, I mean, I guess it, like, keeps some damage off of our base. But really not exactly what we want to be doing here. I wonder if we could like, sneak attack Pride after they attack and stuff. Maybe we do that. And that allows us to, like, attack with him. But then what do we do? Man, I'm just going to play him. I'm going to save it. I was debating it. I was like, well, we could sneak attack. And then, I mean, like, if they try and put it all on the key, right? But we can also, this way is nice too. Because we can force choke key wrap. I did switch these force chokes back in instead of No Good To Me. Just because, like, I liked how No Good To Me Dead was... I didn't like how No Good To Me Dead didn't put, like, damage on things. They're gonna exhaust and bounce. Okay. Boba doesn't deploy until later, so I think what we do here is maybe let's just force try. I mean, this is sort of a win for us because it did not put like any damage on our base with that cunning. And since I put that on Elite, now we can defeat that upgrade. So now they do not have a shield, which is also a win for us. And we can replay that platform. We could also potentially like Fett's, like sneak attack Fett's fire spray. Like maybe we do that. We can also sneak like the platform. Let's try this because they can still Han ramp, and I want to put like more pressure on them. I mean, they can do this if they want, but it's gonna, especially like if we can draw into like IG 2000. can kind of clear them up. Let's see, 6, 6, okay. So what can we do here? We have initiative. We can also, like, the Boba deploy is pretty important, because if they don't... So I think we need to, like, Boba pilot now. And then, let's see what we can do here. I think we take out the most damage, because this will take 5 off of our base, like, at the very least. I mean, like, I know we could kind of do stuff to that. I think, like, if we draw a Force Choke, we can kill Han. So maybe we just, like, spread this damage out amongst everything here. This depends on if they've got, like, a Cunning and they just, like, tap us out or something. Kind of, like, expecting that, because they can get us for, like, 10, 4, they can hit us for 14 if they have a Cunning. There's not, like, a lot we can do about that. I mean, I guess, like, we could potentially, like, run into the Falcon on purpose and kill it if they buff the Falcon, but not a really good, solid way to answer this. Let me see, 7. What do we have, like, 9? 15? We've got, like, 15? And, like, because they can just put this on there. I mean, that's where it's, like, I mean, like, we're 1 under lethal, which puts us in a really bad position. And that's assuming they don't have anything, and I'm assuming they have, like, something to use on Han. To get us for the rest. It's a pretty big assumption that they wouldn't, how'd they do that? Oh yeah, hot shot. I was gonna say, like, I assumed a hot shot or something else like that. I mean, there's not, yeah. I mean, Han is still a good deck. I was trying to think of, like, a good way to come out from that. I thought we did okay there to start. Like I said, they had to use their Cunning to tap us down and bounce, but I mean, they created such a huge tempo swing anyway, and they still had, like, all of their stuff out. It's hard, especially because, like, they have, like, quite a bit of health, right? They've got 5, 4, right? Their stuff has, like, quite a bit of, like, can soak quite a bit of the indirect damage, and if we don't have initiative and start with, like, a pride or something, it's, like, hard to, like, put out that much. They could just, like, you know, 3, right? It's just hard to come back from, but we'll go into the next match. Alright. I can't see my face, so if it looks weird, I apologize. I don't think we'll mulligan here. Let's see, waylays, sneak attack, staring raids. I think we'll keep these. I think we go TIE Bomber into Darth Vader. Colossus, I think, is a little bit rough of all the bases for just because, like, there's so much health, especially, like, on Anakin, because he'll be hitting like a truck. Even if we get him up quite a bit of day, he's gonna have quite a bit on us. I guess we get the platform here. Gosh, this is a rough one too. So we, like, choke R2 and keep some of this off. Or like force them to put the damage, like, on the base. I think we're just gonna put Vader in here though. Again, this, like, dodges some of their removal, but also kind of makes it hard for them to keep damage on stuff. Like this, right? Kind of clears them out. I'm gonna claim there, which is kind of rough for them. Gosh. I think I need to keep this stuff to be able to curve into things. Attack them again. I mean, it's like, it looks good at first, right? Because you're putting, like, all this damage on stuff, but it's like, once Anakin comes down, it kind of all evens out. So we really want to look much more ahead than we actually are. I feel like I'll be 6. I mean, like, if anything, we need like a good like 5 cost. I think that's kind of like what I figured out in this deck so far. Is it's like, what are you doing on the 5 resource turn? Usually just like playing multiple smaller things, but Vader. If he is defeated, deal damage to unit or base. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, because we'll put them at like 19. But like we have nothing. Guess we can like fire spray. We don't get the Vader ping from this, but I mean, at least they're going to take another like 6. I guess more with this. Okay, so we fire spray here. We Boba as a pilot, and then I think we do 1, 2, 3, 4, just to keep that. Okay, so now we can hit them there. So now they're 34. So I mean, I think we actually did it. I was like, I mean, I say that. Let's see here. Like, even if they get like a Luke or something, I mean, like, there's no way, because I have to like get rid of both of these things, which I don't think that they can do. Because yeah, they play felt, right? I mean, like, nothing. Boop. That's like dead, right? Reason why, right? I mean, like the Vader on the bomber is because it dodges specifically like this kind of thing versus like Vader on another, like a Kylo's TIE silencer, right? Like hitting for 6 again, but has the 6 power and then is dying to stuff like that. So you want a lot of their removal, plus stuff like takedown too, right? It says 5 or less, and this is like 7, right? 3 and 7. So it dodges quite a lot of removal, especially like main board removal, and then can sit out and be dealing like 6 damage to their base over and over and over and over again. So we got that out. All right, I think that will be it for today. So here's my list as it stands. As always, I'll put a link to the list just in the description in case you want to try it out. If you've been playing Boba Burn deck, this Boba, like, let me know the stuff that you've switched out. I know a lot of decks are going to be making like a whole lot of changes. Top end wise, like I have considered, right, like downing the Devastator into the Ruthless Raider, right? Going up one of those just down to like 2 Devastators or something like that. I also think potentially there's that 3 cost yellow card. I don't I think it's like some kind of salvo, but I'm gonna mix that up with turbo laser salvo. But it's like got 2 like proton torpedoes or something going into a ship. It's a 3 cost event that does like 5 indirect damage. So like maybe those go in over like these Boba Fetts. I just have not gotten Boba Fett to like pop off really in this kind of a list. Like I know you put out a lot of damage on like a lot of units, and if they keep attacking your base, you can like threaten to, you know, get rid of them. But usually, I mean, like I've just end up playing kind of in space, especially with these like Vaders and stuff now, like adding them to the deck. Although I like Pride, if you can get him on turn 1 and you've got initiative, I can just like run away with the game himself too. And like guerrilla soldiers and stuff are always good. But anyway, like I said, if you've got suggestions, I mean, like, are you running the Force Chokes? Are you like just no good to me dead? I think these shoot downs you could also potentially main, but it depends on how many like how many space decks they really end up being in the meta, and you know. But anyway, let me know. I'd love to hear it. As always, if you like this kind of content, it does help me out if you like the video. Other than that, have a good day. Goodbye.